Standing for Women, a women's rights organisation. Kellie-Jay, do you feel if you were Scottish, you'd feel better today knowing that witches who were burned at the stake almost 500 years ago have enjoyed a posthumous pardon from Nicola Sturgeon?
Well, I might if Scottish police forces weren't arresting women in their own homes for putting suffragette-coloured ribbons up. I might feel a little bit better. It's a weird one, isn't it? Whilst Scotland really do plough ahead with obliterating women's rights, when you have a man in charge of a rape crisis centre who actually identifies as a woman, who says he will re-educate rape victims into accepting transgender rights, I think Nicola Sturgeon really should look at more pressing and immediate matters. Even in the Scottish census, they defended their position to include gender identity and not biological sex, as I understand it. So she really is ploughing ahead with obliterating women's rights. I don't think helping the memory and legacy of women 500 years ago is going to do much for women in Scotland in 2022.
Just in terms of this idea of the posthumous apology, I mean, this takes us away a little bit from the feminist question, but I just, where's the statute of limitations on this? We've got an American guest in the studio, Sarah Elliott. We'll talk to her about this in a second, but, that American idea of the statute of limitations. How far should we go back with our apologies? Do we ask the French to apologise for the Norman conquest, the Italian government for the Roman invasion? Where does it stop? 500 years does seem a long time ago.
Well, look, if this was an ongoing thing and we really could trace the roots of misogyny back to that defining point and not maybe for the entire existence of humankind, then I think it was an important thing, but it really isn't that. I mean, look, we have women in 2022 are discarded with names akin to which is things like TERF and other names which I won't say in the evening on TV, but this thing, it doesn't come from, misogyny doesn't come from women being found as witches. Women were found as witches because of misogyny, and that misogyny hasn't gone away, and it makes absolutely no difference whether she issues a posthumous apology or not.